Hello, I'm Jordan Bulmer. Welcome back to another episode of Property Pulse. Market's still quite good. We had another interest rate rise last month. Probably made people just sit back a little bit. However, we're in a really good time in the market where people, if they want to buy a home, they want to sort of be doing it this side of Christmas, if not January in the latest, especially for families that from outer area that are looking to get themselves into schools. Most people want to be starting the new year off with new goals, in a new home, with a new life, and then getting into it. Do I think the market's going to kick in the first quarter of next year? Yeah, I do. We had a really good last few months with the interest rate pauses. There's just a lot of good properties on the market. It's a really healthy buyer pool, especially for Wombrel. There's a lot of great sales still happening around the grounds. I do think next year we're going to see a bit more of a pulse back in the market. We should see some fantastic sales continuing into the first quarter. There's been some great sales in Wombrel. You can almost divide Wombrel up into different sectors. The lower market moves a bit faster. The upper end, it's more probably about finding the right person. Like we had 2 Calais sell for the highest price in the street, close to $4.5 million. We had a lot of offers on that property, but we hung in there for a little longer. Highest offer we had at the time was $4 million, ended up selling for $4.5. We followed up with a sale in 27 Lamia, which we'd been working on for some time, range of offers, and that one sold for $3.1 million, which was the highest price in the street. A handful of the lower end type of homes have been getting multiple offers and selling quite quickly, but another one that just recently sold that we've been working on for a little bit is For the Brow, which sold for $2.1 million. Where are the buyers coming from in Wombrel? They're coming from a range of different areas. It still tends to be the Sydney buyers that are paying the most amount of money. It's good to have that McGrath connection down there and get the call from our offices with agents listing people's properties down in Sydney, but sending them our way to take care of them on the buying end. Especially the holiday home type of property, that's definitely still predominantly Sydney. When you're seeing results like 2 Calais selling for $4.5 million, those people bought as a holiday home. But the $1 to $1.5 million range, still a lot of local buyers, young families, and they seem to be turning around pretty quickly at the moment. What I like about the Wombrel market, I just love Wombrel in general. I think the beach is fantastic. I love the golf course. We sponsor both. I just love the people there. I like the access to Terrigal, but it's also a really broad market. It's a very family-orientated market. It's got great school catchments, but I just think most people can find a home. They can find a block of land in Wombrel that suits them well. There's rarely any sites that are on hills or unusable, so it's just a really good overall marketplace. Do I like auction or for sale? Well, it probably depends on the property and it depends on the person as well. If it's an auction property, I think pretty simple. If I feel that there's going to be competition on the home, I don't see why you wouldn't put it a competitive arena and make people bid for it. That's where I can see the most amount of money coming for our clients. But for sale might be something that's maybe more an upper end style of home, $3, $4, $5 million, and it's more about finding the right person rather than trying to jam the market and the owner into a 4-week campaign. I think it's more about finding the right person rather than just selling it in a quick amount of time.
What's your best marketing tool at the moment?
My best marketing tool at the moment, I think it's a combination. It's like our database is probably the number one, but also my strength is digital. So to have a Sydney-centric database, but also to have a database that spans across 10 local offices, 100 agents, but also Wombrel-specific, to be able to list somebody's property and access a buyer pool of 30, 40, 50,000 people locally, but also the Sydney reach is somewhere around the same. People could pay $5,000 to $10,000 to try and get that reach in combination with a good social campaign. And I say a good social campaign because I think about it like casting a net out to catch a fish. A lot of agents just cast a net out and hope that there's a fish underneath. I don't. I attract the fish and then I cast the net. Much better. The average days on market in Wombrel is around 34 days for an auction campaign, around 54 days for a for sale property. The reason why an auction property tends to sell a little quicker is because at the moment we are competing for eyeballs. We're competing for inspections, and if you're a buyer in the market, you do tend to be drawn to an auction property before a for sale home because there is a date that campaign is looking to end. Buyers, especially buyers that come from Sydney, only have a certain amount of time that they can look at properties on the weekend. I call it a shopping list, and auction properties tend to be added to that shopping list before a for sale property. The Jordan Bulmer Cup. This is year number 2. We had a very successful year last year. Just an idea that we had just to celebrate a good year with clients and friends, just an Ambrose golf competition. Everybody in Womble loves golf. Most people love golf. So we just have a bit of fun. It's good to get together. It's coming up December 15th. There's 20 guest spots this year. This year it's going to be hotly contested. We're putting up $1,000 prize money. We're going to be handing out a lot of great prizes on the day, and I'm looking forward to winning again this year. If you're looking to sell in Womble, call me, Jordan Bulmer, your area specialist.